semi-conservative of DNA replication was actually proposed by Watson and Crick, but they did not prove it experimentally that it is semi-conservative. So it was experimentally proved by two scientists, Michelson and Stahl. So Michelson and Stahl experiment is the one which is used to demonstrate that DNA replication is semi-conservative. We have seen that semi-conservative means the daughter DNA molecules which are synthesized. Each DNA molecule has one parental strand and one newly synthesized strand. Now that was proved by Michelson and Stahl's experiment. What actually this experiment explains? Michelson and Stahl, they selected the E. coli bacteria. So E. coli bacteria, Escherichia coli, usually it is written as E. coli, so no need of writing the long form of that. So E. coli bacteria, it is a harmless bacteria, as we know, just basically. Now E. coli bacteria is easily cultured in the laboratory, so that is why it is called as the genetic tool, and it is a commonly used organism for genetic studies. So this E. coli bacteria were cultured or they were grown or in the normal conditions. So it contained normal DNA. That means normal nitrogen. The nitrogen bases, they contained a normal nitrogen. Now this E. coli bacteria, in the first step, they were grown in a medium containing heavy isotope nitrogen, that is N15. So this heavy isotope nitrogen containing medium was taken, and this bacteria was grown for 14 generations, about 14 generations. Now 14 generations means first generation, when it produces the cells, again those produces the next second generation. And after 14 generations, it was found that the E. coli cells which were formed or which were produced in that medium, so all the cells, the DNA present in the cells, where it was purely N15, means all the DNA had this heavy isotopic nitrogen N15. And then after the E. coli cells had heavy isotopic nitrogen, they were transferred to normal nitrogen medium. So normal medium means a medium usually containing, what actually they took is ammonium chloride they had taken. So a medium containing ammonium chloride means normal nitrogen, not a heavy isotope or any other radioactive isotope. Now this bacteria which were containing heavy isotope, they were transferred to this normal nitrogen medium containing this ammonium chloride. And when they start dividing, now usually bacteria divides at every 20 minutes. So any bacteria, basically it will divide in a favorable medium for every 20 minutes. Suppose if there is one bacterial cell, it will form two cells in 20 minutes. In the next 20 minutes, those two cells will form 4 cells. Again in the next 20 minutes, 4 becomes 8. So like that, bacteria cells multiply, that is by binary fission. They divide for every 20 minutes and they reproduce. Here also, the E. coli cells containing this N15 DNA, that when it divided, it produced the DNA which was hybrid. That means the newly formed DNA, one means this each DNA had one N14 strand, that is normal nitrogen. The other strand was containing N15. So that means these two strands, they separate and they used the normal nitrogen from this medium, and one newly synthesized strand was normal, that means N14, the other was parental strand with N15. Now the same cells when they were grown in the next generation, that is second generation. So in the first generation for 20 minutes, so the DNA was a hybrid DNA. So hybrid DNA means one strand is N15, one strand is N14. Now in the second generation, that is after 40 minutes, so when the cells were observed, it was found that 50% of the total DNA was normal and 50% was hybrid DNA. So that means when these two strands separates, this N14 will synthesize another N14 strand. So this N15 strand will use N14 and synthesize N14 strand. So that means 50% is hybrid DNA and 50% is normal DNA. So that is seen in the second generation. Now this presence of this strand, that means each strand is N14 and N15. So the detecting the hybrid DNA was actually done by a process called as density gradient centrifugation. So using a medium called as cesium chloride. So density gradient centrifugation, it is a process. Actually there are different processes there, but in this Stahl's experiment they used cesium chloride in that centrifugation medium, and they confirmed that the N15 DNA which was present in the E. coli cells after first generation, when these cells after first generation, so when all the cells had N15 after first generation, these cells were observed under the density gradient centrifugation, that each DNA was, that means the DNA present in the cells was hybrid DNA. Again, when the cells after second generation, when they are allowed to divide, and after second generation, those cells when they were examined or when they were observed under the process, the density gradient centrifugation, it was found that the total DNA was 50% normal, that means N14, and the remaining 50% was hybrid. Hybrid means with the N14 and N15. So this proves that the DNA replication, which was actually proposed by Watson and Crick, it is semi-conservative, and Michelson and Stahl, they were successfully done this experiment to prove the semi-conservative method of DNA replication. Thank you.